Imagine you're at a high-stakes poker table. On one side, you have the old-school legends. On the other, the tech-savvy newcomers. The game? Global home appliances. But here's the kicker. The rules just changed overnight. Welcome to HDIN Research's 2026 audit. We're not just looking at spreadsheets. We're looking at who's building an empire and who's just trying to keep the lights on. Let's be real. The honeymoon phase of the home appliance world is officially dead. Between houses not being built and stores having more inventory than they can sell, the industry is hitting a wall. It's like trying to run a marathon in a swimming pool. Everything is twice as hard and costs twice as much. You see these revenue numbers? They look shiny, right? But look closer. These companies are growing their sales while their profits are bleeding out. It's like selling $1 for 90 cents just to say you're the biggest seller in town. It's a price war, and in this game, if you don't have a secret weapon, you're just subsidizing your own downfall. Let's look at the scoreboard. Whirlpool is fighting for every penny with a 15% margin. That's barely enough to cover the coffee in the break room. Meanwhile, A.O. Smith is sitting pretty at nearly 40%. They aren't just in different leagues, they're playing different sports. TCL is the dark horse here, growing fast and lean. This is where it gets nerdy but cool. TCL has a negative cash cycle. In plain English, they get paid by customers before they even have to pay their suppliers. They're basically using other people's money to grow their business for free. Whirlpool, on the other hand, is stuck waiting 70 days to see their cash. That's a long time to hold your breath. Cash is oxygen. A.O. Smith is breathing deep with a 14% cash-to-revenue ratio. Why? Because when your water heater breaks, you don't think about it for 6 months. You replace it today. That mission-critical demand makes them the ultimate cash cow of the industry. Samsung isn't just selling you a fridge. They're trying to sell you a brain for your house. They're pouring billions into AI, so your oven can recognize your pizza and your washer can talk to your TV. It's not just smart, it's technical sovereignty. They want to be the OS of your life. Trade wars? Tariffs? TCL says no problem. They didn't just sit around and complain. They built a massive hub in Thailand. By moving their kitchen to a new country, they're bypassing taxes and serving the world faster. It's a masterclass in global agility. Whirlpool is on a diet. They're cutting off parts of their business in Europe and India to focus on what actually makes money: high-end mixers and the North American market. It's a shrink-to-win strategy. They're betting that being smaller and more premium is better than being big and broke. Look at this gap. Samsung spends more on R&D than some of these companies make in total revenue. They aren't just ahead. They are playing a different game entirely. While others are refining the hardware, Samsung is writing the code that will control the future. No matter what the headlines say, China remains the heartbeat of this industry. From Samsung to A.O. Smith, everyone relies on this massive R&D and manufacturing cluster. It's the engine room of the global appliance world, and without it, the lights go out. Time for a reality check. Whirlpool has a hole in its pocket the size of a crater, billions in goodwill that might just vanish. A.O. Smith? Their pockets are lined with gold. One is skating on thin ice, the other owns the rink. Being green isn't a hobby anymore. It's a license to do business. Whether it's heat pumps or AI that saves energy, these companies are racing to prove they aren't killing the planet. Because in 2026, if you aren't sustainable, you're invisible to investors. Here is the wow factor. By 2030, selling the box won't be enough. The real money will be in the software inside the box. Subscriptions for your dishwasher? Predictive repairs before it even breaks? The center of gravity is shifting from hardware to AI services. So who wins? TCL has the speed, Samsung has the brain, and A.O. Smith has the cash. The losers? Anyone still stuck in 2019? If you want the full-page breakdown of how to survive this divergence, you know where to find us. At HDIN Research, we don't just predict the future, we audit it.